my god.
And we're back.
Okay. It's not on that same one anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling Matt to go to the.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Because we've done that, but we've done it before.
Yeah, I think it was the amount of time that we let it go.
Could be.
I mean, honestly, we're about out of time.
Okay, here we are.
Is he coming back?
Nobody's in there yet.
Well, no. Did you send him a message?
I'm about to. That scared me there for a minute.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Showing one in there now.
Yeah, me. Most likely.
And I don't know if Matt has Facebook Messenger.
I do not know the answer to that either. Well, he was active 6 minutes ago, but
Mine's showing he's active now.
I don't know, dude. Matt, are you back? I feel like Matt's not back. Well, I mean, regardless, we've been kind of fucked on this one.
No, he said okay, just a second.
I mean, he's going to come back and we're going to talk for like 12 minutes and then we're done.
Yeah, that's okay. My butt's starting to hurt.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, that chair over there really make your butt hurt.
We need people to donate us some X chairs.
Yeah.
Complete with the blade casters. We need those too.
What are the
They're like inline skate wheels.
Pointless.
Apparently they're super smooth, man. Oh my god. I can't believe that shit. I can't believe that they shut us down for the
There for a
copyrighted
minute,
material.
I wondered if it had something to do with our talk.
I thought maybe it did. I thought maybe somebody went in and reported
It wasn't even, but it was just like the automatic bot detection stuff. It wasn't even.
Matt, you just let us know when you're back, buddy.
But what gets me is how are these people able to show other shows on there without it being kicked?
I don't know. Because we're not monetized.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know, dude. Regardless.
Showing another person in now. Showing two, but it could be me. Matt,
there he is.
All right. So apparently, Matt, what we found out is apparently we showed too much of the clip. So they tell us, and that we were showing, what would it say?
Copyrighted
Material,
audio and video.
even though it was just clips.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't make any sense.
it's I don't know. I feel like we've had a pretty good show tonight, though.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show until that happened.
Yeah.
Note to self:
don't
do that.
do extended clips of movies.
Like, we want to show y'all a movie clip. We need to like get to the meat
Yeah.
of the movie clip and show that.
Yeah. But I mean, did you at least see the pig, Matt? Because the pig was a
Did
grenade
you get the
launcher.
gist of what the pig was about? Because like what we come down to was the pig is our kind of like catchphrase for the boog, for the boogaloo, for the revolution, for the uprising.
It's also why I don't draw the line at nuclear weapons. I have no line, motherfuckers.
Hey, that's you. You do you, boo.
Anyway, so with that, I mean, I really don't have anything else. We just spent a whole lot of time trying to get back up and running when we were really kind of done with the show.
Yeah, but we couldn't leave without telling Matt goodnight.
Well, no, we can't ever leave without telling all the peeps farewell.
And just letting everybody kind of BS here at the end like we always do.
Yeah, I mean, we always tend to have more fun at the end of the show when we're bullshitting about stuff, and you know, I don't know. We're coming up on some interesting times.
It is very interesting, and Joe Rogan seems to be on our side, which I'm very happy about.
Well, yeah, Joe Rogan has always been on our side as far as this stuff goes.
Because he's our new leader now. Because Alex Jones can no longer be our leader.
I think Alex Jones was on Steven Crowder the other day.
Really?
I think so,
I'm gonna look this up.
but I'm not positive on that. I could be wrong.
That would be very interesting. So Matt, oh yep, he was special guest Alex Jones on Great Reset. Oh man, this actually be a good one.
Yeah, I
It's
haven't
an hour
watched
and a half,
it.
though. You watched it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. So Matt asked, "What do you think the pig will look like?" Well, that's what we were kind of discussing. That, you know, like that what we talked about a minute ago about how, you know, it would no longer be America. Like even the result would no longer be America as we know it.
I think it would be a pure America.
Well, I'm saying it. No matter which way it comes out, it will not be the America we know now.
Well, no, definitely not. And honestly, you know, so there's a lot of people out there right now that think maybe it's time to divide us up. You know,
without
into
even
separate
violence. Like,
countries.
hey, we just go our separate ways.
And I kind of feel like maybe that's a good idea, but also,
I mean, I'm down.
that was how the federal government was supposed to be set up anyway.
Right.
Like each state was supposed to be like its own mini country.
Right.
Just under a singular like protection umbrella of the federal government.
But okay, let's
But what's happened is that the federal government has become so overreaching with their power grabs that you can't have that anymore.
Right. Let's just think theoretically, day one.
Day one is a lot like normal life for us.
At least it starts like normal life. Right?
I think it ends like normal life too. I think it starts and you don't really know
the pockets
extent.
of resistance are going to be pretty isolated day one, I think.
Yeah, but I think that we're going to be.
But we're all coming home from work and looking on the news that evening and saying, "Hey,
Right.
crap's hit the fan."
Yeah, I think day two is where you start seeing
People are hitting
more
the store.
fighting.
Well, I would say that evening, the next and into the next morning, people are hitting the stores. They're hitting the banks. They're hitting everything. It's like a shit hit the fan situation.
It really is.
Even though it's the rise of a new revolution, it would be a shit hits the fan situation.
Handmaid's Tale.
He feels like maybe it would go too conservative.
I feel like that's not really what's going to happen because the majority of people in America have libertarian beliefs.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think the majority of the people who are willing to fight for what we believe in are going to be libertarian leaning individuals. I don't think that it's going to be.
I think there would be pockets of people that are going to be very extremist in their views, and I don't mean just like super religious. I mean, there's going to be some people that think, hey, we need to capture women and use them to repopulate the earth. I mean, there's going to be those types. There's going to be weird cults.
There's going to be weird
that
cults
crucify people
and bullshit. But at the end of the day, I think the first week is really going to decide the entire thing.
Maybe
with the freedom of information with information as easy to obtain as it is today, you're going to know who's on the right side and who's on the wrong side really quick.
Yeah, but see, the media is going to put the people rising up as the wrong side.
Yeah, but nobody trusts the media. No, I don't even think liberals really trust the media.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of people still following what they say, though.
Matt, I have not seen that show. I know very little about it. And honestly, with all the people saying this is turning into The Handmaid's Tale, I don't really care to watch that show at all. People are idiots, and that's the thing. So, like, I feel like when it starts, if it starts, which it looks more and more likely that it will.
You're saying that, like, within the first week, we'll kind of be able to see maybe which way we're leaning.
We'll know which way this war is going to go. Yeah.
Like whether the super crazies are going to win or the super liberals are going to win, which I doubt it.
Well, the super liberals are not going to win because good luck winning with your 10-round magazines, you pieces of shit.
Or the fact that you don't have guns at all.
Correct. I'm sorry, but you're going to... So the words are violence people are going to find out what real violence is, and they're not going to like it very much.
Matt, you want to see what I feel is the most realistic... If you've never watched the movie or the show Jericho, go watch that. That's where I think that's what I feel is the most realistic outcome of things. It's post nuclear, and it's about a town of people surviving post nuclear. It's one of my favorite TV shows ever. I think that to me is the most realistic.
I don't know, man. All I know is that this pandemic is bullshit. I wanted zombies. I said it 4 times.
I'm going to be honest with you. Last March, April, I honestly did not believe we would be sitting here.
I never thought it would go this long. I never in a million years thought we would go this far.
Well, no, I'm sitting here this time, like last year around March, April, I did not think we would still be living normal life.
We're not.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking like fairly normal life. Like, get up and go to work.
I saw it coming a long way out.
Right.
But around February, March of last year, it was like, this is going to last maybe 3 weeks.
But then it got really bad.
And then it got really bad. And
that's what I'm saying.
When it started getting bad.
When that happened, I was like, we don't know what next year's going to look like.
No, when it started getting bad, I was like, we're fucked. We're completely fucked. These people are freaking the fuck out.
It felt like the end of the world. It felt like it was the end of the world.
You know, the goalpost shifts so many times that this is never going to end. It's not going to end until we start doing things that we don't want to have to do.
No, Matt, we're talking like in general as a society. We're not talking about us.
No, yeah, I'm definitely living a normal life.
Yeah, I never really stopped living any different.
If you really think that you're going to prevent me from doing the shit that I want to do, you have another thing coming.
Yeah, we're mainly just referring to, like, as a society, we're not living the same as what we were.
It's more of I saw the extreme overreach coming.
Right. Oh yeah, I mean, when I first started seeing it, I'm like, this is going to be used. This is going to be used in a way.
It's absolutely been used.
I mean, at first, I didn't. At first, I was all about, hey, we're in this together. We got to find out ways to combat this, blah, blah.
Yeah, I was too. And I was all for Operation Warp Speed and a vaccine. But I was also very data-driven in my approach.
But see, there was that week where I had to be at home with, because Beth was being tested for COVID, and they were still all about, like, hey, even if your spouse is being tested, you got to be at home.
Yep.
Well, that week, at first I started out being scared and I was worried. Well, I started just, looking at the data. And then it was kind of like, something isn't adding up here.
It's never added up. From day one, it's never added up.
But, I didn't really have time to look at that. All I had time to look at was, hey, crap is scary.
Yeah.
And so I actually, I had time then, though. So I started looking up stuff. And I was like, I'm talking like on the CDC websites, like them tracking the cases, all that stuff. I was like, this does not seem near as bad.
At the end of the day, cases never mattered. The cases were never the important part. It was always the deaths. And the deaths were even inflated so much by, they died with COVID, not from COVID.
Right. But,
and Matt is 100% right. The whole thing is a fucking joke.
Like I don't think the virus itself is a joke.
Well, no.
But I think the way they're handling
that this has been
joke.
handled is a fucking joke, and it's a disgrace. And it's like I've talked about at the beginning of the show. Like I'm being put in a situation now where I have to make a decision to either fucking lose everything or provide for my kid by submitting and taking a vaccine that I don't really
and imagine
want.
That is just the most, to me,
not really that I don't really want, that I don't really need.
Right.
And at first, my whole reasoning for not getting the vaccine at first was because it needed to be distributed to the people who were at risk.
Right.
And I was fine with that. I would have gotten the vaccine had it not been pushed as hard as it was by the federal government. When the federal government starts preaching and the media starts preaching about you've got to do this or you're killing grandma or you're killing your neighbors or whatever, that's when I'm like, okay, what's really going on here?
Right. And yeah.
So, yeah, Matt, you're right. But anyway, I mean, we could get pissed off about this and go for another 3 hours if we really wanted to, but I don't really want to do that tonight.
I don't even know what to say about it.
There's nothing you can say
honestly
at
didn't
this
think
point.
we would be here. I definitely didn't think that. I figured by now, if this thing, I knew that if we didn't get it under control, or my idea of if we didn't get it under control, things weren't going to be very pretty.
And we haven't gotten it under control.
No.
And things are not going to be very pretty.
No,
that's exactly what
I'm saying.
headed.
I'm saying I felt like it was going to get out of control of anything, and it was going to be a shit hit the fan situation. I felt like it was going to be stock market crash, when the stock market did crash.
Well, they haven't crashed yet.
No, well, I mean, last year it did technically, in a way.
Not really.
If you look at the
when you look at the SPY, it's been on a 5-year constant uptrend. Like, yeah, it tanked a little bit, but it came right back.
No, if you actually look, let's see. We'll look at the 5-year trend of the Dow. Okay. The Dow. Okay, so the 2000, when they call it the 2008 stock market crash. Okay, so this 2008 stock market crash was only about, and I'm just going to kind of give a general number here. Let's see, 13,522. Bottom was 7.3. So it dropped what? 4, 5, 6,000 points, right?
Yeah.
So it dropped 6,000 points, and that was over let's see. That was really over the course of a year that it dropped that much, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, in 2020, we started out at 28,256. It went down to...
Yeah, but we went down to 19,173. Okay, and since then,
so
it has
dropped,
resumed its upward momentum that it's had since 2008. Or 2009,
what I'm saying
really.
is we had a more significant crash last year.
You can't call that a crash. That's not a crash. That's like a blip in the grand scheme of things.
That's the largest drop.
That
in
was
history.
That was at the very beginning of pandemic era. It was, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how long everything's going to be shut down. We don't know how many businesses are going to go under. And then as soon as things started becoming more and more clear, it went right back to where it was.
Well, what I'm saying is that's the largest drop in history that we've ever had.
And it lasted less than a month.
But see,
Because
we didn't know
by
at the time.
September, it was already back up to the level it was
Right.
when it dropped.
But what I'm saying is we didn't know that was going to happen. We thought that was it. The stock market's going. Here we go. Riding the roller coaster, baby.
I had more faith in the economy than that. I knew at that point I already knew, like, yeah, we're gonna have some downturns, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come back. It's just uncertainty. Now I have zero faith in the stock market. I think it's all a rigged
It's very
game.
volatile right now. Very volatile.
It's really not all that volatile right now. It's pretty stable at the moment.
Man, have you seen the like month trend?
The month isn't the important part. It's
Even the last 6 months. Literally, the last 6 months, it looks like a heartbeat monitor.
that's
doing this.
that's what it should look like. That's a continuation pattern. So at the end of the day, the federal government created a faux recession, because that's what that was. That was a recession.
Right.
And as soon as we realized that it wasn't going to be as bad as everybody thought, confidence in the markets picked back up, and we went right back to pre-pandemic levels and finished the year really strong. We actually finished the year positive by a lot. So it's the one that you really got to keep an eye on is the VIX, which is the volatility index. When that sucker starts going up, that's when shit's hitting the fan. And it's
21.5 right now.
in March of 2020, it was at 66. So there's your downturn. And then it has leveled out. It's rose slightly in the past month and a half.
It was at its highest last year during that crash.
Correct. But it's like an extended period above 30 is bad. Let's see. How far out can we go?
So we went down almost 2 points, but in the past month we were up almost 5.
The highest it's ever been, 79.13, and that was on October 24th of 2008 when the housing market collapsed.
Okay, here we go. I was at 5 years. Let's go to the max. It's not showing me the max.
I'm just on the Google stocks.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was at, what did you say?
71.96. Now, the VIX is just an index. It's just a volatility index. It's based on a lot of different things. But that's the one that you really want to keep an eye on. Once it hits 30, typically it continues to rise. And that's when bad shit starts happening in the stock market. So, yes, we hit, the second highest number ever back in March of 2020, but it's nothing compared to, because that number doesn't move a whole lot. Like it's hard to get that to go way up. So it really takes something to skyrocket the VIX.
I'm just saying, now the actual market people are talking about a crash. See, at first it was just conspiracy theorists, and now actual market people are talking about crashes. Scary stuff.
Matt, it will drive a lot of people to crypto. The problem with crypto right now is it's basically a money laundering scheme for hedge funds. As soon as they feel like things are going to go bad, they're going to cash out and they're going to cover their asses with it. And it's actually been demonstrated that GME price falls are highly correlated with crypto dumps. So, it's it's a money laundering scheme. And yeah, I think that we're all going to end up going towards a cryptocurrency that's completely, decentralized from any government. But at the end of the day, right now, it's
I heard that I heard about they're really pushing for that Fed coin now.
FedCoin can suck my dick.
And I think that was actually something they were trying to push in that new
It was.
bill was a Fed coin.
It was.
I don't know if that got through there, but I heard that was talked about.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't know. The market, I've got very little confidence in the market right now. I've seen too much in the past 9 months that shows me that it's completely fucking rigged against the little man. And all it is a get rich quick scheme for people who are already rich. There's nobody that needs to make $1 million a day by bankrupting companies, because that's exactly what they do. They bankrupt companies that show promise. There's probably a cure for cancer out there, and the company that had it went under because, no, we don't like you. We're going to fucking short your stock into the dirt. By the way, Blockbuster, a completely dead company, their stock was up 173% on Thursday. Yeah, because they had short positions that they never closed because they don't have to pay taxes on unrealized gains. Yeah. Tell me again how the system's not rigged. I've seen too much. I know too much about it now. I don't trust it. I'll never make another investment after GameStop is over. Not with my own money. No.
Fair
There's
enough.
no fucking way.
But
So,
I believe that's it.
that is definitely all I had.
That's all I got.
So,
Good seeing everybody here.
well,
Matt.
it's good seeing Matt
Good seeing Matt
because Matt's the only one that watches us every week
and Beth.
without fail. Well, Beth is here though.
Yeah.
Like even if she wasn't watching, she would hear us
Right.
talking. So, but as always, we appreciate you, Matt.
Yep.
Make sure you like this video as well as the last one.
For all you guys that listen to us later, thank you.
Yep. Thanks for anybody that doesn't listen at the live recording.
Yep.
We're really trying to stay more on topic. But like right now, everything's so tied together that
Yeah.
it's one of those things. But we really appreciate any of you guys that actually stick around and watch.
Yep.
So
I'm Joe.
I'm Justin. Tally ho, lads. Oh shit! I hit the wrong thing.